Okay, so last week we covered discipline, remember? And that was the scruffing for housebreaking. Remember what I said, if you're doing the word followed by the physical, he's going to start understanding the word. That's how we teach the dogs our language, English. Remember, your pup was raised and his mama taught him Doglish, right? Doglish is a physical language. Ours is a vocal language. We cannot, think of it this way. It'd be like you're talking to a Frenchman, you know? And you probably have a little bit of trouble communicating. Well, that's what happens with your pup. So you want to teach him enough English so you don't have to learn Doglish. Because you could learn Doglish, you could learn to be all body language, but the downside to learning Doglish, although you'd have a perfect relationship with your dog, here's the downside. Once you learn Doglish, every time you meet new people, you got to sniff their butts. And people are going to think you're strange. So better you teach the dog good English, you can communicate that way, everybody's going to get along, okay? So let's go back to this negative behavior stuff. Let's take chewing and biting. That's got to be, after housebreaking, the number one complaint we get. You're going to use the same scruffing and the word no for the chewing and the biting as you would for the housebreaking. And I understand there's people who want to transition to something else. If the dog's biting you, take it out of the toy and stick it in his mouth. Well, all the dog learns that way is that if he bites you, he gets to play with his toy. That's not teaching him anything about stopping. That's just showing him, boy, there's even more incentive to chew on you than there ever was before. So let's teach our dog to understand us and understand what negative behavior is, and then you're not going to have any of these problems for the rest of his life. So the next big thing we hear about people having problems with is walking their dog on a leash. Again, you got to teach them, right? They don't understand what a leash is. You've got your collar on your dog, and please don't be one of these people who doesn't want to put a collar on their dog. Put it on there, keep it on there. And then what you're going to do, I got our head trainer over here, Miss Agent Butters, and she's going to take our little, she's 12-week-old, 13-week-old Western Shepherd pup, Miss Ryder, and we're going to show you how to get them started. You know, most of you probably have already experienced this, if you just pull on a dog's leash, then they're liable to, well, she's going to go right with you because she's compliant.
I got hot dogs in my hand.
We've all seen puppies, though, that as soon as the leash tightens, they act like a young colt getting broke for the first time, right? They're jumping and bucking and carrying on, flipping over. So we're going to try to avoid all that. I want to keep as much stress and contention out of a dog's life for the first year of its life as I possibly can. I want them to be nothing but happy and willing and wanting to do whatever I ask them to do. In other words, we're not going to make them do anything. We're going to make our dogs want to do everything we ask. And this is how we're going to start. The first year of their life, we're going to be all about confidence building, all about success for the pup, and all that success is going to come when they hear our words and perform the right action. Simple as that. So we don't want to turn walking on a leash into a wrestling match the first time we start them. So we're going to take a little treat that they like a lot. We're going to wave it in front of their nose. Then we're going to have our pup seated at our left side. Uh-oh, here comes company.
Why does that scare me?
Here comes trouble.
No.
Hey, Mina.
Mina, call McCoy.
Get McCoy.
I have a hot dog in my hand.
Whoops. If you think we ain't training on the spot, folks, this is not something we rehearsed 27 times before we get started. This is going as it goes. Yeah, you're seeing it happen in real time, as they say. All right, so we get something that they want. We want our dog on our left side, because if you'll start with this transition for leash walking, it's going to transition and teach them to heel really easy. So you're just going to walk a little bit, and when you start walking, you're going to say the word heel.
Heel.
Simple as that. You're going to say that word every time you start walking. And then you can let them go to the end of your leash, because we want them walking at the end of a leash as well. So now you're just walking along. It's informal. Everyone's having fun. And when you stop, you can just kind of pull your hand backwards and upwards. Turn around the other side. Walk, make a turn. Let's show them this, Carrie. You can just turn like that, and when you stop, bring your hand up. Since these are just puppies, they're still kind of uncoordinated. So if you'll take advantage of this, if you say the word heel, hello darling, hello baby girl. If you say the word heel before you start walking, they're going to be learning that whenever they say heel as they get older, they're going to start walking more tightly at your side. You don't need them at your side for this. You can let them walk at the end of the leash anywhere they want. We just want them to understand that when they hear the word heel, they start to walk. Then you'll shorten your leash. There you go. You see how good she is? Then you'll slowly shorten your leash to where she's walking more often at your left side. And when you stop, you're going to bring your hand up. She'll raise her nose up. And when she does, her fanny's going to go down. And again, because you're putting that sound, that word in front of this behavior, she's going to learn what that word means. And she's also going to learn that word's a good thing, and I love to do it. So, very simple. Don't turn it into a wrestling match. Make it something the dog wants to do. Remember, an action successfully completed is more likely to be repeated. So, as Miss Carrie and the rider step out, ride off into the sunset, we're gonna close out on this one.
Wait, the sunset's
Sunset's this way. There you go.
off into the sunset.
Riding off into the sunset. Agent Butters and Little Rider. There you go. See you next week, folks. Thanks.